Help! Who's there? Go away!
Someone knocked on my door when I least expected it. It was 2:14 a.m. on November 15, 2026. I was sitting at my desk in my Lincoln Park apartment, 2147 North Cleveland Avenue, 3rd floor, the blue light of my laptop on my face. My name is Lily Harper, and 3 weeks earlier, I'd signed the divorce papers that ended 10 years of marriage. My husband, Daniel Harper, had left me for a 24-year-old named Chloe Bennett. She was in the passenger seat of his black Tesla when he backed out of our driveway on October 22nd. I watched from the bedroom window, him loading suitcases, her scrolling on her phone like she already owned the place. I went inside, closed the door, and sat on the kitchen floor until the sun went down. That knock at 2:14 a.m. wasn't a friend. It wasn't family. It was the beginning of the truth. I stood up. My heart was pounding so hard I could feel it in my throat. I walked to the door, hand on the deadbolt, and asked, "Who is it?" "Dr. Alan Reeves, Northwestern Memorial." I froze. Dr. Reeves was Daniel's doctor, head of internal medicine. Why would he be at my door at 2 in the morning? I opened it. He was in a dark coat, rain dripping from his shoulders, Chicago wind cutting through the hallway. He didn't wait for me to invite him in. "Mrs. Harper," he said, voice low, urgent. "I need you to listen carefully." I stepped back. He walked in, closed the door behind him, and looked at me like I was a walking time bomb. "Your ex-husband," he said, "ended your care." The room went silent. My care. The medication that kept me stable. Sertraline, 100 milligrams daily. The therapy sessions every other week at Mindful Path Counseling in Wicker Park. Daniel had power of attorney over my medical decisions during the worst of my panic attacks. I trusted him. Big mistake. He had the authority to cancel it. And he used it. I wanted to scream. I wanted to drive to his new apartment in River North and pound onto his neighbors called the police. But I didn't. I went back to my desk, sat down, opened a blank Google Doc, and I started writing. Every date, every email, every lie. Because in that moment, something shifted inside me. The same man who held my hand in the hospital in 2023 signed the order that cut off my treatment in 2026. That kind of betrayal doesn't just break your heart. It rewires you. And I knew right then, this wasn't going to end with me crying in the dark. This was going to end with him realizing what he'd done, and everyone else knowing too. I didn't sleep that night. Dr. Reeves left at 2:47 a.m., rain still hitting the window, Cubs game on mute in the background. I sat at my desk with the blue light of my laptop on my face, folders open, screenshots stacked, every lie Daniel ever told me arranged in perfect order. By 4:17 a.m., I had a plan. Not a loud plan, not a screaming, crying, begging plan. A quiet one. The kind that doesn't warn you it's coming. First, I opened my email. Addressed to Daniel's boss, Marcus Langley, at Harper & Stone Logistics, 330 North Wabash Avenue. Subject line, urgent, regarding Daniel Harper. I didn't attack. I didn't call him a cheater. I just attached the receipts. Hotel charge at the Gwen on Superior Street. Night he said he was in Milwaukee. Uber trip log from our house to Chloe's apartment in Lakeview. Timestamps that matched his late meetings. I wrote one line in the body. "Marcus, I thought you should see this before Monday." Then I hit send. Next, I opened Instagram. Chloe Bennett's profile. 24 years old, 12,000 followers. Bio, living my best life, DePaul grad, Chicago. I didn't DM her. I didn't threaten her. I found her mother's profile instead. Linda Bennett, Realtor, Chicago North Shore. I clicked message. Attached the same screenshots. Wrote, "Linda, I'm sure you don't know everything about Chloe's relationship with my ex-husband. I thought you should see this." Then I closed the laptop. I didn't wait for replies. I didn't refresh my inbox every 5 seconds. I went to the kitchen, made coffee, and watched the rain hit the window. Because the thing about revenge, it doesn't have to be loud to be brutal.
2 days later, Marcus Langley called Daniel into his office. Security walked him out at 2:38 p.m. No warning, no severance, just a box, a badge, and a walk past every person he ever lied to. Chloe's mother replied that night. One message. "Thank you for telling me. She's grounded indefinitely." And Daniel? He texted me at 11:03 p.m. "Lily, we need to talk." I didn't respond because I wasn't done. I had one more move. The kind that doesn't just cost him his job, it costs him his reputation. If you've ever been made to feel like your pain doesn't matter, like your survival is optional, then you already know what's coming. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe. Daniel didn't stop texting. "Lily, please. It wasn't like that. Your medication can be restarted." That last one broke something in me. Like he could just flip a switch and fix what he'd broken. But I had one more file on my desk, the one I'd saved for last. In December 2025, Daniel filed a financial affidavit for our divorce. It listed his income, assets, debts, every line signed under oath. But I had something he didn't know about. A second set of bank statements. From an account he opened in March 2024, jointly, with Chloe. Account number ending in 4782. First National Bank of Chicago, branch on Michigan Avenue. Balance as of October 30, $127,400. Money he transferred little by little while I was at home, while I was in therapy, while I thought we were fighting to save our marriage. I didn't send this to Daniel. I sent it to Sandra Kowalski, my attorney, with one line: fraud, perjury, hidden assets. File it. She did, the next morning. At the final divorce hearing on December 12, 2026, Judge Patricia Morrison reviewed the evidence. She looked at Daniel, she looked at me, and said, "Mr. Harper, this court finds you in contempt. All assets freeze, custody review scheduled, and you'll be covering your ex-wife's legal fees." Daniel's face went white. Chloe, sitting in the back, stood up and walked out. That same CEO who called me the reason this place still runs in December lost his job, his reputation, and his freedom by March. And me? I restarted my treatment, moved into a smaller place in Lincoln Park, started a YouTube channel to tell stories like this. Because sometimes the best revenge isn't screaming, it's surviving and letting the truth do the rest. If this story hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe, because next week, I'm telling the story of the woman who found her husband's secret phone. You won't believe what she did next.